Oops. Hi, Michelle. Please say hi when you come on. I won't know. I'll just talk to myself, I guess, while everyone is logging on. Oh, Michelle, by the way, I did get those samples, so I'll send you a note privately. Yeah, I'm early because I'm notoriously early, so of course I had to log on early. So I like to see that you're similar, Michelle. All right. Wait for a minute, and yeah, so please say hi when you arrive. I know that some ladies will be watching this afterwards, but whether you're watching live or after, be sure to comment and participate, because the more you do, the more entries you earn to win the mystery hostess prizes. And I will be announcing all of the prizes on Saturday. Also, if there's any products or that caught your attention on any of my posts, or when you're browsing the online catalog, then just let me know on here and I can give you some more information on. Hey! So yeah, we're going to just get underway in just a minute. I'm just going to have some water here. And then everyone that joins can just catch up as we go along. Oh, I should just get myself organized here. Okay, so let everyone else just, yeah. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I am very passionate about clean and healthy living and reducing chemicals from our lives, because I truly believe that that affects our health in more ways than anyone knows. When I was introduced to Norwex about 6 months ago, I was always trying to buy the green cleaners. And of course, as most people know, they often don't work very well, and they're very expensive, and they take up a lot of space under my little sink here. So I was so excited when I heard about Norwex, and I want to share it with you. So I don't know whether you're familiar with Norwex. Let me know how familiar you are. Are you a newbie? Have you heard of it before? Do you already use it? Norwex actually started with this cloth. It's called their Enviro cloth, or their everything cloth, because it virtually can clean every surface of your home with only water. And it's true. So Norwex has hundreds of amazing products that will change the way that you clean. However, tonight we are just going to focus on some of the staples that I feel that will truly change how you clean and your health. And these products are all from what they call the Safe Haven 5. And it comes in its own little box like this. It actually makes a great little gift with the holidays coming up, and is very reasonably priced. So these are the items that we are going to focus on tonight. So before we get started, you might wonder what the difference is between Norwex microfiber and all the other microfibers that you can find in the stores, in the dollar stores, for so cheap. So the difference is, to be called a microfiber, the fibers have to be 1/6 of the width of a strand of hair. Norwex fibers in these cloths are 1/200th of a width of one hair, which is crazy. So what this means is it increases the density of the cloth. And so in every Enviro cloth, this one cloth, it has 1,800 miles of microfiber, because they're so tiny. And this density allows the cloth to scoop up 99% of the bacteria with just water. Every surface has grooves, no matter how smooth it is. And with this density, when it goes over, it's getting into every little groove because the fibers are so tiny. Also, Norwex uses backlock technology, which means there's silver embedded in each of the fibers. And silver purifies itself. So these cloths, as they're drying, are purifying themselves. You do not need to wash them with soap. They are purifying themselves. Yes, you have to do some maintenance on them, every now and then, but they don't have to be washed after every use. So it's pretty amazing. And honestly, the EnviroCloth is going to pick up every little bit of bacteria, grease, grime, imaginable. And all you need to do is rinse it under water, wring it out, and hang it to dry. On my pantry door, I have a whole bunch of those, what do you call them? Those little hooks, the ones that come off easy. Anyways, and that's now where I just hang them. So when I'm done cleaning with them, just the mop heads, everything just gets hung in there and they can dry and they're going to be clean by the next time I want them. So, who here thinks that it is possible to clean up nasty chicken juices with only water? Okay, so, as you can see, I have a nasty piece of chicken. And I'm going to take it and put it all over this counter. Now, I'm thinking that the majority of people right now would be going for the bleachy, since I'm vegan, that kind of grosses me out. That aside though, most people are going for the bleachy kind of things to clean that chicken juice up. Well, so I'm just going to use one of these bacteria probes, which is what they use at the restaurants to make sure that things are clean or whatever. So I'm just going to bring it over right where we just ran the chicken. And I know you know already it's going to show up as nasty, but I just need to do both parts of the demo so you can see it. So. Now, they usually say it takes about 2 minutes for these to get to the extent, but basically, purple is bad. As you can see, it's turned purple right away. So we've got a lot of chicken juices on that counter. No question. So I'm just going to take this EnviroCloth, just wet it, wring it out, and wipe it up. Now, most cloths, when you're doing this, they're just going to spread those nasty juices around, aren't they? At least, that's what I've always been told. So, you saw how simple that was. Now I'm going to get a fresh probe. And over the exact same area as what we just did with the chicken juice. Sometimes these don't break as well. There they are. So, purple is nasty, and bright green is clean, suiting, right? Again, I'll show you again at the end, but this is, you can already see, it's bright green. So here's the two of them. So, bright purple, all the chicken guts, and I only use the EnviroCloth and water. And it's 100% clean. Pretty powerful, huh? Yeah, I find that very powerful. Any of these cloths with the backlock system really shouldn't be used with soaps. It's going to coat the fibers and the silver, and it's going to reduce its effectiveness of picking things up and of self-purifying. I'm going to use this one for all my demos, even though you're probably going, oh my God, it's got chicken guts on it. It's okay, I can do another probe at the end of the thing and it's still not going to be spread around. And again, I'm vegan, so this would really freak me out, but I've tested it so I know it's okay. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to say, we actually did tests with a whole bunch of other products because some people use hydrogen peroxide or vinegar or lemon. So we did with those with 409 and Clorox cleanup with bleach. And I will post this on the page afterwards. But as you can see, I think you can see, everything is purple except for the very bottom one, which was with the Norwex EnviroCloth. Even the one with Clorox bleach didn't get all the chicken juice. Didn't get hardly any of it because it was still really purple. So that's kind of scary to think that you're exposing yourself to harmful, toxic chemicals and it's not even actually cleaning it. We think it's cleaning it. And that's always been my concern, is that traditional chemicals, if we're using something that's going to kill something, then what makes me think that it's not going to kill my own, or kill or harm my own cells? And so yeah, so for me it's very powerful that we can clean without that. Next we have the window cloth. This one's fun. Oh my God, I've always hated, this is my worst, was cleaning windows, especially here in the desert. Paid so much attention to detail to get them all cleaned up, and it took forever. And then as soon as the sun starts shining through, you've got streaks and lint from the paper towel. Ugh. So, just going to do a quick little demo. So I have a mirror here and a hunk of butter. Whoops. Okay. There we go. That's good. Okay, and so I'm going to try to clean this the traditional way with Windex and a paper towel. So, got the butter off now. Oh, maybe you're not going to be able to see. Oh yeah, you can still see it. I can see it. Look at how cloudy it is. Like it's not clean. So, now I'm going to do with the more butter. In fact, I'm even putting more butter on here than there was before. I'm just going to rinse it out, so I can't remember whether I rinsed out the chicken juice or not. And take the EnviroCloth and just a couple little swipes. And then the window cloth and a couple little swipes. Look at how shiny it is. Oh yeah, that's a big difference. I didn't know how well that would show up in the Facebook. It's like instantly clean. So when I come to the desert, I'm always so excited to get to the desert, and I open up all my blinds and all I see is dusty windows, and it's like, ugh. And again, it used to take me forever to clean them all. Now I'm so excited to come in, and when I got here on Sunday, I had to clean everything because I hadn't been here for 3 weeks, and within 10 minutes, all of my back windows, that's several patio doors, several windows, had them all cleaned. It's seriously simple. Wipe on, wipe off, it's done. It's simple. And it does more than just windows. It does mirrors, stove tops, stainless steel, anything that's kind of shiny. It just, this window cloth is absolutely amazing. So next we have the dust mitt. And this fiber works on static cling, and it actually grabs every speck of dust. It doesn't just push it around. I used to dust with like Windex or oils to try to pick everything up, because otherwise you're just kind of moving it around. But that actually leaves a residue that attracts more dust. So they actually say that friction here, if you go like this, it picks up even more. I don't do that, and it works just fine. But one thing that I just love using it for is also when I come and I'm doing the windows, is I wet this and then just wipe on the inside of the screen and then change hands and go to the outside of the screen, and within 5 seconds this screen is entirely clean. I used to have to take them off and hose them down to get all the dirt out. It grabs everything, and this thing is a mess then. Like, it's a muddy mess by the time I'm done cleaning my screens. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now when you're using it dry, if it gets built up, like, so if you're using it like on top, so somewhere that's really dusty, you don't have to clean it between every use. There's actually this rubber brush, and you just kind of brush it off into the garbage and just save it for next time. So it gets the surface dust off without having to wash it. So you can like do all your cleaning with this one little mitt. It's unlike, it probably picks up, well, I know it picks up even more than Swiffer's, but then you don't have the waste, and and the chemicals, and yeah, you can just keep using it and using it. So you're probably wondering how to best care for and wash your cloths. So as I noted before, the first thing is do not use soap. Any of our cloths with backlock that get washed with soap on a regular basis are going to coat and clog the effectiveness of the cloth. Never use bleach. It'll degrade the fibers. Don't use fabric softener or dryer sheets if you're drying them. Of course, in my opinion, dryer sheets are one of the nastiest things in the house. Think how stiff those sheets are when you put them into the dryer, because they're coated with all that stuff. And when it comes out, it's this flimsy little piece of cloth. And that coating is on all your clothes. So Norwex actually has these amazing wool balls, which are fantastic. There's nothing to them, and there's no static. The nice part also is that you can actually add a few drops of essential oil. So I do it like every 5 or 6 loads. And if you want to have some, like especially for the sheets, have some nice lavender on there. It's fantastic. They come in sets of 3. I only actually ever use 2, but I don't have a lot of big loads of laundry, so as a single. So probably a big load, you should use all 3. And the fourth thing is do not wash or dry them with linting loads. So things like terry towels, because again, that's going to coat those fibers and the silver. So also in the Safe Haven 5 is the laundry soap. Well, they actually have 2. They have a liquid and powder. So I have a powder for this purpose. And I have the powder for a different reason. But in either of them, there's no fillers or plastics in it. And I've seen demonstrations where they have water with Tide and this and others. And after they've been sitting there, you can still see like all the plastics floating around and everything. There's none of that in here. This little bag will do dozens and dozens and dozens of loads. It comes with this little scoop, but don't use that. You only need a teaspoon of this for a big load. That's it. And for the liquid, it's 1 pump for a big load. So I mostly use half loads, so it's like a half a squirt. It lasts forever. But this is actually an amazing degreaser. I used it last weekend to clean the gas elements of my stove in my condo in Vancouver. That I've tried everything, and I couldn't get these stains off around the elements. And so I just mixed up a little bit of this in water, and I let it soak for half an hour, maybe, no, it was an hour, and then just grabbed my EnviroCloth and scrubbed it clean. I posted some pictures in Facebook on the weekend, so if you haven't seen it yet, just take a look. It was crazy. It was like so easy. I'm like, why was I stressing for so long? Anyways, okay, so that's that. And then next, we have the cleaning paste. This is elbow grease in a jar. I had some girlfriends over a month ago, and surprise, surprise, there was red wine stains on the counter. And in Vancouver, I have a white countertop. So, of course, I grabbed my EnviroCloth and wiped it, and it did nothing. And I'm like, eeks. So, little dab of this, and immediately, and my girlfriends are like, what? So, just note to self, any red wine drinkers, you need this. Just a dab will do you. Also, so the regular uses for it, like all the marks on your walls around your light switches and doors that just get the regular everyday body grease on them. It's like there's no more scrubbing or anything. It's just a simple little wipe done. Last month, I had a pair of shoes that I was going to throw away because on the heel of my right heel, from driving so much, and so I was going to throw them away because it looked really horrible having one shoe yellow and the other one black. And before I did, I decided to try the paste. This is them. It completely saved them. There's so many uses for this paste. You'll use it on everything. Absolutely, it's crazy. Oh, and one other thing. So I had an 8-year-old raincoat in Vancouver, obviously not here in the desert. But I wear makeup, so like on the collar, there was makeup after 8 years. And I had tried everything, and it looked hideous, and I couldn't wear it anymore. And same thing, I was going to throw it away, and I'm like, God, I love this coat, though. Why not try it? I bet you I scrubbed it for like a minute. And all the makeup was off one side. And there's like no discoloration. Well, as you saw on the shoe, there's no discoloration. So there's no chemical in there. It's magic. Anyways, so that was pretty cool. It is so multi-purposeful. You will absolutely fall in love with it if you get it. There's two other items that I want to mention that are not part of the Safe Haven package. And the one is the Mop System, which is amazing. When I vacuum, I always feel that I'm putting half of the dust back into the air that we're breathing, right? It's just, you never know whether to dust first or vacuum first or the other way. It's just because there's always dust in the air. So, especially down here where I don't have very many carpets, just some area rugs. This is absolutely amazing, this mop system. And I'll just, it's a dry mop and a wet mop. So this is the dry mop. So it's basically like a sweeper. Oops, what did I do? Whoops, I don't know what I did. So I can't see what you're seeing then now because something happened on my screen. Sorry. Anyways, this system, it's got the same technology as the mitt. So it's collecting everything. It's not just pushing it around. It's big, it's soft on the edges, so you can actually ram it right up against your baseboards. Just do a figure eight. The handle is, what do you call it, telescopic, so you can have it whatever your perfect height is. It's also actually awesome for doing ceilings and the walls and windows too. And then you just rip off the dry mop and the dust. It's basically a sweeper. And again, you don't have to wash it right away. Just use the rubber brush and empty it into a garbage can. It's awesome. And then we have and this comes in the regular kit, is the wet mop. So this is like the mopping system. And all you do is you get it wet in your sink, wring it out, and you don't want it too wet. And then you just mop with it. Now this has the backlock system in it also. So that means it's purifying, or it's taking all the bacteria and dirt and grime off your floor, and there's no impurities left. So if you've got dogs or cats, I mean that was always one of my biggest concerns was I used to hand dry. What is going on? I used to hand mop and dry my floor because I didn't want my dogs walking on the wet floors with all the chemicals in it. It takes 26 seconds to get chemicals from our skin into all of our organs. So to not have any of that on the floor, especially when you've got pets or kids running around on the floor, it's crazy. Oh, I forgot to do a demonstration of the paste. Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Okay, so we're gonna wait 1 second. I need to do this. Okay, so I have this tile, as you can see, big tile, and I've got permanent marker on it. Oops, I'm gonna need this space here. I will just use a regular cloth to show you that it is permanent marker. It does dull it down a bit, but it's not going to take it all off. This is so freaking heavy. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the EnviroCloth, the one that I've had chicken and butter all over. Just take it a little, just get it a little bit on there, and now start scrubbing. And you can see it starting to disappear all before your eyes. I'm going to need to have a little bit more paste. But it's just so amazing. I mean, not that I'm going to have this on my floors. My dogs don't do it, but people with kids might have that issue. And voila, it's all gone. Oh, I have to lift it one more time, don't I? It's amazing. It's seriously elbow grease in a jar. Okay, the one last item that I did want to mention before hanging up is, oh, I know, about the mop. Sorry, getting a little crazy here. I know that there has been some people that had mentioned about dogs and accidents, and they do have them. I mean, I was concerned for their feet, But a lot of people want to use bleachy kind of materials for when dogs have accidents. Well, this technology, because it has the backlock in there, like I said, it's going to clean everything up. And if you're not comfortable still with that, even though it's been proved that this system is the only one that actually cleans everything, you can just take a bit of the bathroom cleaner, which we're going to touch on in a second, and dilute it with water in a spray bottle and just spray it on the area before you mop it, and that should help you to be comfortable that it's done. So the last item that I wanted to bring up was the toilet brush. This is absolutely awesome. And I know one of my cousins, no, my niece, is that's her worst nightmare. And this brush, look at this thing is going to get right underneath that ucky rim, and you're not going to have to be digging in there with your hands ever again. All you do is spray or put a little bit of the bathroom cleaner on the nub. Let it do the work. No more scrubbing. No more scrubbing at all. How awesome is that? This thing is awesome. Anyways, so that's the Safe Haven 5 and the other 2 items that I wanted to bring up to you. So if you have any questions, ask away, or send me a post privately. That's cool too. I will post a link to the catalog and an order form on the group page. Just fill it in and take a photo of it and message it back to me. And if you had fun and learned something today and are thinking, oh my God, I need to tell so-and-so about this, then please consider hosting a party. Hostesses prizes are very generous, as someone will find out. I'll post what the prizes are for, well, you'll know because somebody will win it for November. But anyone that does want to share this with friends and book a party, anyone that books something between Saturday and now, it will receive one of the body cloths. And the body cloth works like the Enviro cloth, which basically cleans our bodies without soaps and chemicals. And so if it can clean up chicken juice, I'm pretty sure it can clean up my skin. And, oh my gosh, it cleans up all makeup, like mascara, everything. No soap, none of those disposable wipe things, like all that kind of stuff. We're removing the disposable stuff, like the paper towels and the wipes and the Swiffers and all that kind of stuff that just goes into landfills. And just using water. How amazing is that? There's also more draws for anyone that places an order tonight. You'll get an extra 5 tickets that goes towards the mystery hostess prizes. And for anyone that's on here live or on tape and have commented, we'll be drawing 2 random prizes or random names for prizes as well. So that is the demonstration. So again, message me if you have any questions or concerns. I'll post a link to the catalog and the order form. And yeah, be in touch with me and let me know what you think. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye for now.